That was just really wasteful. Hello everyone, my name is Ian and welcome back to A Year and a Day, my Arthurian quest to better myself and pay retribution for the sins of my past. It is day 6 of our quest, and right now I've been tasked with doing the dishes. Now, doing the dishes is quite important, especially after, a hearty meal, because as a bit, in a relatively sized family, there's a lot of dishes, and if you use a lot of dishes before, you don't get a lot of dishes back for the next time you eat. Today we had, for dinner, we had beef bulgogi, or Korean bulgogi, with white rice and garlic bread. It was pretty tasty, I must say. If you're wondering about my technique here, it's quite simple. I cover everything in soap first, as much as I can in soap, and then I rinse it off, and so as to, conserve water and soap. Pretty ingenious, if I must say so myself. With regards to the day, it was, nothing too special. It was day 2 of work. We're still setting up the place. It's quite something. See, it's kind of like being on the ground floor of some big tech corporation, except not like that at all, because tech support wasn't answering the phone. I ended up having to do a little bit of tech support of my own, trying to solve some things, but thankfully we got it all sorted out. Turns out we just had to swap computers, which feels very, unintuitive, but that's sometimes how technology works. It's the intuitiveness of it. Anyway, I think I'm really getting along with my coworker. During lunch we chat about things. Today's lunch was carpool to Freddy's. Had some burgers and sandwiches. Look at this thing. It's like a metal rod. Smack something with it, like whoop, whoop. That would hurt. Also, probably smack you in the buttocks with that. Anyway. So yeah, been getting along pretty nice with them, I suppose. Lots of sorting, hanging up hangers. I wonder if I wonder what came first. Probably hang, because it's like the base word. Hang, then maybe hanging or hangers. Who knows? I have to look it up. Another bit of useless information that's essential to know. Sure, now the food gets stuck fully. Anyway, after work, as part of my goal of getting fitter, happier, better, healthier, something Radiohead song, misquote. I went to my local mall and I proceeded to walk around in it for many minutes. I believe it. If you recall those laps that I talked about in the previous video, well, I did them. I did 7, which equaled out to just about 5 miles, which turns out is around 10K steps. So, which is good, because that's the recommended amount by some, I think, Tokyo advertising company from the 1960s or 70s. But now people take it as, you know, a good recommendation. And it's a nice round number. It's pretty good. And 5 miles a day, that'll burn some calories right quick. Of course, there's also eating good and healthy, but steps. It's steps at a time, steps at a time. Felt nice, you know, to walk around, kind of take in the sights over and over and over again. During that, I actually watched the Doug Rosa charity stream. If you don't know what that is, every year around this time, the Twitch streamer and slash YouTuber Doug likes to host a little charity stream event for a sock otter named Rosa. Unfortunately, this year Rosa passed. So this stream and charity, this charity stream is more so a celebration of her whole life. She almost lived to 25 years old, if you can imagine that. Oh my gosh. Rosa was older than me. That's crazy. Have you ever imagined, I suppose it's hard to imagine, something that's been in your life this whole entire time, and then suddenly, one day, without warning, it just disappears. It's gone forever. I had a place like that early in my youth called Rocket City. It was this kids' entertainment joint, similar to a Chuck E. Cheese or a Gotti's Pizza. But it was this place near Houston, I think. And they had all these different arcade games. They had like a 4D cinema, some VR games. They had a bowling alley. They had a cafeteria with like macaroni and cheese pizza, which was something to say the least. It had all sorts of pizzas, and it was honestly a blast. It felt like Chuck E. Cheese, but for cool people, you know, because it was all space themed. I think I had my birthday there at one point. I ended up winning this one prize that was especially cool because it was a ball, but if you tossed it into the air, it transformed into a different colored ball. Crazy, I know. Anyway, it closed down a while back, and it just felt kind of sad. It just felt kind of sad and like empty. That, and I know it's a business. Business go out of just businesses fail all the time, but it's like it's a happy place. It makes people happy, and yet people have fun, and yet it just didn't make it. Of course, that was a long while ago. Probably 2009, 2011 is when it closed. I don't really remember. It's hard to remember your youth. He says being only such and such years old. But it's hard. Because you only remember you just remember bits and pieces of the noble bits. And then sometimes, of course, you remember the minutia of it. But you don't remember every single stinking day. Which is good. If I had to remember everything that I did every single day, I think my brain would be filled to the brim and spilling over right quick. Especially my brain, because it's so scattering about, thinking a new thought every 5 seconds. No, faster. 1 second, 5 milliseconds. It's humid here, but not a good kind of humid where it's, well, I guess there isn't really a good kind of humid, but from where I was born, it was a wet humid, so you always ended up a bit frizzy and a bit, sweaty, but here, it's like a dry humid, and it feels like you're baking, just baking in your own sweat. I don't think I'm particularly that tasty, but then again, I'm not a cannibal. It's interesting how many songs there are out there about being a cannibal. I think there's Animal Cannibal. I don't know who it's by, but it's called Animal Cannibal. There's Cannibal by Tally Hall. And then, that one song by Block Party. Banquet, yes. Banquet's also about the cannibal. But it also might be about a relationship. Who's to say? It's about being a cannibal. It's based off a book about a cannibal. It's this whole thing. I suppose there's probably some reason behind that, some allure that cannibalism brings, that you're so reduced to such basic instincts as food, hungry, need food, that human flesh is like the only substitute. And is anyone willingly a cannibal? I guess like psychopaths or like people just have something off with their brain. You look quite in line tonight, here among these stars so bright. One, da, da, surround us as we sail. Sign yours truly, the world. Da 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 da. That's a great album. If you don't know what it is, it's called Hawaii Part 2 by the band Midekuru Musikaru, or Miracle Musical, as they are known in America. It's this side project with some members of the Tally Hall, this big band that got popular on the internet because of some memes, and also for just being generally good at music. From this bowl. Dig out your food. Dig out your food from the bowl before you put it in. It was my bowl. I'm chastising myself. Alright, let's keep on cleaning. Nowadays, it's typically my job to do the dishes. Especially since my parents are out right now, and my sister put them up. I've been doing that a lot since moving back as well. It's just chores and job searching and chores. I'd say I don't get a moment to myself, but I really do get a lot of time to myself. Most of it I just spend watching YouTube. It's unproductive, but it's nice to just have the brain almost kind of turned off. Not really turned off, but just focused on something. Instead of just so about things, it's interested, it's invested. Oh, it's lovely. And I don't know how invested or intriguing any of this is. I mean, it's just unedited ramblings of some random guy in some random town on some random YouTube channel on some grandiose randomic quest. But who knows? There's an audience for everything. And maybe you just want to hear a guy talk for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how much he has to say. Oh, gosh darn it. There are many things I could be doing right now with this cylindrical object. It's a dirty story of a dirty man and his clinging wife doesn't understand. It's based on a novel by a man named Lear. And I need a break, so I wanna be a paperback writer. A paperback writer. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Beatles are my favorite band. I think they're one of the best bands of all time. Very innovative, very, top-notch quality songwriting. Very few, if almost no, misses in the catalog. A lot of their worst songs are other bands' best songs. Hello Goodbye. It's this wonderfully written, cheerful song about greeting another person that engages with both negatives and positives about, being alive. And that's how I feel about it. And it's if people were ranking Beatles singles, it's middle of the pack. But give that song to Neon Trees. They'd be a 3-hit wonder at that point. It's crazy how the Neon Trees are a 2-hit wonder from two songs from 2 different albums, and yet, nothing really came. They kind of just fell into obscurity, except for those 2 songs. But I'll give you my honest opinion, because I listened to the albums in which those 2 songs are from. Those 2 songs are quite literally the only, I wouldn't say the only good songs, but I would say that they're the only good songs. They're just so catchy, earwormy, danceable. The others, they're missing that spark, that je ne sais quoi. Does je ne sais quoi mean I don't know what? Or does it mean something else? I do not know. Scratchy, 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 scratchy. Look at this big old cutting board and just scrape and smush and squash about. Oh gosh. For some of y'all, I bet this is, somewhat therapeutic or, ASMR-y. For others, I bet you probably already skipped this episode. C'est la vie. Love that English has stolen. English, much like the country of origin, has stolen many of its artifacts, many of its words, its phrases, its feelings. There's that famous adage of English is 3 languages in a trench coat. But I see English as being the melting pot to end all melting pots. Because you can build, you know, you can build a language like Esperanto to try and include the conlangs, and well, you can to try and include sort of words from every single different language. But English, I guess due to no fault of the British, due to much fault of the British Empire, as with many things in life, it just, you know, works out because it's taken so many other words from other languages, it kind of does the trick. Rinse, 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 Sonora, ba 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 ba. I hope me singing isn't that good, else this video will be demonetized, deleted, struck down by the Emperor YouTube. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Look how much efficiency we're getting by just washing everything. Bang, bang, bam, boom, bam, bam. Yeah. Yeah, bam, bam, bam. Wham, bam, thank you, man. I said wham, bam, thank you, man. Wham, bam, thank you, man. I said wham, bam, thank you, man. Tomorrow, tomorrow is Sunday, and it'll be day 7 of my quest, which means it'll be 1 week since we started this whole adventure. And I think the last time I was, you know, this isolated from friends lasted about a month. And this one could last a year, you know, probably will last a year. Might even last longer. I could never see those people again. That's a terrifying thought. Lose everything you know and love in an instant, in a moment, and never get the chance to come back and make amends and show you change. That's life. You get so many chances, and then when you're finally ready to take it all back, that's when it's too late. Because you're never ready. There's always something that'll go awry, something that'll go wrong. And even when you think everything is going perfect, everything is going smoothly, there's just one moment where it just all comes crumbling down. Just a few more dishes here and there. A few more dishes here and there. And then we'll be square. You know what? I've got some string dishes over here. I don't know if I to wash them or not. I'll show them to you right once I get these cutting boards all sorted out. Cutting boards are often the most difficult because they don't really fit anywhere except sideways. So they're bulky, they get in the way of other dishes, and if you're not careful, it'll cause everything to crumble, which is weird, because, you know, it's very much a good foundation for things like this. You gotta play Jenga sometimes when you really should, because it's all glassware. But it's all for the purpose of getting everything done. Everything must be completed, and then you can rest. The job is not done to the finest hit. And what the freaking heck are these things? They're trying to make hip hop? What? 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 Ah! Okay, that bit was a bit played. Let's turn off the camera. Oh gosh. Rough and dirty. That's how I like it. Just yeah. Get cleaned. Get cleaned. These ones stuck together. Get cleaned. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right. So sweaty from the humidity. Sweaty. No? Don't splash out at me. Okay. Oh. Oh. I should probably... I don't know what those are. Should probably get this avocado in the fridge. Avocado in the fridge. Avocado in the fridge. Fridge. Okay. I think that does it. That just about does it. Probably have to clean the stove, but the dishes have been taken care of. My feet are very sore from today and from yesterday. So I'm gonna go rest those and also finish up that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. This has been day 6 of a year and a day, my Arthurian quest. Take care.